welcome to the boardroom. I'm your host, Mazars, and today I'm joined by Mr. Sebastien. We are at the SME Summit. He's the director of the French South African Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the boardroom. Welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Tell me more about your work in the business entrepreneur space in South Africa.
So I'm a director of the French South African Chamber of Commerce. As you said, I'm also a partner at Mazars. Mazars is an audit and advisory firm where we work with SMEs by advising them on accounting, on tax and everything related to finance. We are also, as Mazars, working with large corporates that could be South African companies or that could be international groups that are in South Africa about their strategy to develop suppliers in order to profit them. I can give one example. There is a large French group called Alstom that came to South Africa 6 years ago to build a factory and to build 500 trains for Brazza. It's a 15 years contract. It's a very big project. Alstom, for different reasons, that could be for cost purpose, for BEE purpose, or for contract purpose, local content, had to work with local suppliers. They identified about 400 suppliers that will work with them on this particular project. And some of these suppliers, I don't have the number, but 20, 30, 40, they have invested more in these companies by providing financial support, by providing their own staff to train the SME, by supporting, by identifying maybe potential other clients for the supplier to develop the products that Alstom will need to make their trains.
Do you support some of the local SMEs and entrepreneurs in any way, or maybe provide training or also bridging to friends? Yeah.
So absolutely yes. What we do as Mazars, and again I'm speaking with my two hats. So as French companies are doing, most of them in South Africa, they have training centers. So in the case of Mazars, we have a technology and innovation center. In the case of Alstom, I just gave you an example, or other company like Saint-Gobain has a Saint-Gobain Academy, training academy. We are training young South Africans. Most of them didn't have a job when they started the training, and we are teaching them a job. Then some of the students that get their qualification will work for us, French group. Some other will work for clients or for our suppliers. In the case of Saint-Gobain construction company, they are training people to install drywalls because they are producing drywalls. Then they are selling drywalls to clients, and they will offer their clients the staff they trained because it's benefit for everyone. It's benefit for the SME that will be able to grow, that will increase its quality, that will be able to sell themselves even better if they have trained people working for them. It's benefit for the French group because they are selling more to the client if the client goes well. Plus, obviously, there are the topics of BEE for the companies that want to have a certain BEE rating. So it's not a question of ticking the box, it's a question of developing and supporting suppliers and companies and small entities in South Africa, but it is part of it.
In the aviation space, you know the story of SAA. Has there been any ins by the French Airways in that space?
I'm not aware of it.
Okay. Yeah. And also, Sebastien, what are you more excited about between these two nations? Has the trade improved? Is it increasing? How are the numbers like?
So I'm the most excited about the Rugby World Cup between France and South Africa, number one. I'm joking, but it will be very interesting to start in the next 2 weeks and to see how the two teams will go to final, hopefully. South Africa is a country very interesting for French investors. We have difficulties in the country. It's not easy. Economy is complicated. We have some rules for investors that can be complicated. We have some, we had in the past some visa issue for the French companies to work in South Africa, and hopefully it is the process to be resolved. So there are difficulties, but still, if you look at Africa, South Africa is probably the most opportunity country. We have a very good banking system. We have a very good law system. We have a location of the country in Africa that is excellent access by boat, access to Southern Africa. So South Africa has a lot of opportunities. French group know it, and we are here because we think there are opportunities. There are difficulties, but opportunities. And one of the role of French companies is to support the South Africa government to work on inequalities, to work on unemployment. So it's also, when I was saying, we are not here to tick, we are here to support the country, because if the economy goes better, it will be better business for all of us, South African, international companies, and it's a win-win for everyone.
Advice for entrepreneurs seeking to do business in France and those in France seeking to come here, how would you advise them?
So the general advice would be for both cases to find good partners. I think if you are, especially a SME, because we are in the context of SME here, South African SME, you want to export your business in France, you are more than welcome. You can contact the French Chamber of Commerce, you can contact the French Embassy, and we are going to help you to explain you how it works and to support you to grow your business in France. I think France is the most attractive country for investors in Europe for the last 4 years. So there are certainly good opportunities in France and in different sectors. Step number one will be, what do you produce? Is there a market? And in both cases, when we have French companies who say, hey, I want to come to South Africa, I say, okay, but why do you want to come? What is your market? What do you want to produce? And then let's first understand that market, understand opportunities, understand all the potential challenge you could face. And if you still decide, or if you decide to invest, then you should again have good service providers to help you. When you're a French company, you come to South Africa, you should focus on developing your activity. You should focus on finding new clients and not focus on creating a company, and not focus on doing your accounting, not focus on doing some marketing work with firms that can do that for you at the beginning. Then when you will grow, and when you will go from the stage of SME 20 people to SME 200 people, our employees, yes, internalize your supporting function, but at the beginning, just work with external people or associations like the chamber or like les conseils du commerce extérieur to support you.
And you spoke also about policy, Sebastien. Have we seen any improvements maybe in the travel? What is the policy between the two nations? Is it improving? Because even African countries, some experience these travel difficulties.
So to travel, it is easy. So if you travel for the purpose of traveling, you have an application to do for your visa, and I have to say that France is very good for this. If you do an application today, you have your visa in the next 3 weeks, which is good. Some other countries, it takes 6 months to get your visa. On the other way, for French people traveling to South Africa, we don't need a visa to obtain in advance. We arrive in South Africa, we stamp our passport, and we are allowed to travel during 3 months. Now, when it is to work visa, it's another process on which the embassy or the consulate of South Africa in Paris will help you definitely. And if you are in South Africa and you want to go to France for business, please again promote. Yes, I'm promoting the Chamber of Commerce. Please contact the Chamber of Commerce, contact Conseil du Commerce Extérieur, contact the consulate, and you will find all information. But it is easy. It is very easy. Traveling is easy to countries.
No, Sebastien, thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you for your time. The Minister in the Small Business Department encouraged the entrepreneurs to be courageous and to be motivated in their business endeavors, as the department is here to support the small businesses. My name is Mazars from the boardroom. It's goodbye.